Sometimes studying is just too overwhelming. So instead, let me show you how to properly poach a salmon. But before I start, I need to have a drink. And as always, I need to bring all my favorite stuff to the kitchen. Now this is a fish stock, which I prepared in the last video, and we will start by bringing it into a boil. And these are dried mushrooms, so put them in the water and bring the water to the boil, then turn the heat off and just let them soak up. Well, this is a miso soup paste which we will be adding into the broth, and I ended up using all 6 of those. You can also use a miso paste, and you should add as much as you like. Okay, now we need to infuse the broth with more flavor. Let's start by adding some chili flakes, followed by fresh ginger, sliced nicely and thinly. Also, do not forget to add our favorite ingredient, which is garlic. 1 to 2 cloves should be enough. Now we have to soak up the noodles into warm water, and we will finish them later on in the broth. Also, a fish sauce. Well, and poaching means cooking in liquid just below the boiling temperature. So, take your piece of salmon and gently slide it in. And now we can prepare our pak choy. Also, do not forget to pour the broth over the salmon from time to time. The pak choy has 2 parts, the leaf part and the stem part. So cut the leaf part and then slice the stems thinly. Let's check the salmon. Well, it's not quite ready yet. Now let's move on to a leek, and we are going to slice it into thin noodles. It seems like my mushrooms are ready, so I'm going to strain them. Very well, and the salmon is ready. You can tell that by the fact that it is just starting to fall apart, and it took me exactly 12 minutes. Now let's add the veggies and the noodles into the broth. Meanwhile, we can peel off the salmon skin. And now we can add the leaf parts of the pak choi into the broth. Also, let's add the mushrooms. Okay, so now I'm just waiting until the noodles are ready and we are basically finished. And now we can start assembling our dish. So we'll start by flaking the salmon, which is pretty damn easy because it's already fallen apart on its own. Okay, so noodles are soft, everything has been boiled properly, so our broth is basically finished. And now we can pour the delicious broth onto our salmon. Well, congratulations, you just made yourself a really nice dinner, so enjoy. Nice.